Okay, gang. Day 2 of the Atlantic Regionals has begun. I'm running a little late, but I'm hoping I get in there in time to at least see the last heat of the first team event. Day 2! This is where the party really starts.
This is it, heat number 3. Everybody calling out the names. These are your top 10 teams coming into your second day.
My favorite team's in first place. I think I picked a good one.
He is going to be trained. They take advancing. Go out not just ahead of CrossFit Balance.
I had high hopes for my new favorite team. They pulled out into first for a hot second in that first event. And then I think they ended up coming third in their heat, which is great. That second event with the worm thrusters and burpees over the worm.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is heat number 3, taking on event number 4, presented by Trifecta.
I feel like when it comes down to it, the teams who pull out a top finish, it's all about communication. Like, that's what this workout really comes down to, is communication and how well you can communicate with your team, and how much have you been training together, and how much have you been practicing synchronization, and how efficient is your team captain, and you know, all of these things. And I just love, I mean, that's part of why I love the team workouts. Like, there's all of these added elements. You're dealing with other people. You have to work together to succeed. I just think it's so exciting, and I feel like it happens on the individual side as well. But when teams get into a race at the end,
it's gonna be close, Larry. Will Hustle hold it down. Will FinTech taking it to the Hustle.
you know, and teams are neck and neck and they're side by side and you see them moving up the floor, it amps me up so much. Okay, so the teams are done. There's so many people walking by. I hate doing this in public. They are now setting up to get the women going. And speaking of setting up, you know who are the real unsung heroes of these weekends? In my opinion, there are all of the volunteers. Like, these events would not function without the quadrillion volunteers that give all of their time and effort to making it work. And I just think that's very cool that people love this sport so much that they're willing to give their time like that. I think it's very cool. I want to know why you guys volunteer.
It's the closest I'll be to the game. Because I watched them all on my phone about this big. Now it's like this big, and I want to see it in person. Now it's real. Yeah.
Why volunteer instead of just come and watch?
Events wouldn't be able to happen without us.
Oh, I totally agree.
So it's about giving back to the CrossFit community and making sure that we're doing our part to keep it going and to share. And plus, have fun doing what we do here.
You have fun? It looks like a lot of hard work.
It is a lot of hard work, but we have just a great group of people. It makes it fun.
You'd do it again?
Yeah.
It's so much time invested. I don't know how close you guys live, but you have to pay for your hotel room, you've got to travel, like all this stuff. It's like, you know, people ask, like, do you really feel like it's worth it for like some sneakers and a free ticket?
I mean, like, if you look, we actually came from Puerto Rico to do this.
You came from Puerto Rico to do this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
It's our vacation.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. It's fun.
So you guys watch from home in Puerto Rico and you're like, we gotta go. We're volunteering in Florida.
So she's from DC, so she flew down.
And I just started CrossFit in February. But
You did?
Yeah, I want to see what this is all about.
And you're already hooked.
Community, and I want to see what this is about. And we have like a great team.
So would you guys ever judge or no?
I think it's eventually. I think people would work up to it. You know, it's hard to sit there and count double unders. Make sure you got every rep, not like, oh, this one works.
She finished 16th in 2017 and has publicly announced this would be her final trip to the Reebok CrossFit Games. She is on the verge of a potential
10 ladies, but then she set the event record, so it makes a little bit more sense. I'm sure she'll sneak her way back into the top 10 and hopefully for a qualifying position.
Super consistent on his handstand walks over the obstacles going unbroken. Thus far, we approach 5 minutes. Alec will remain on a course by handstand walks and head back to the race just past 5 minutes. And there he goes. And a time of 7:47. The new time to beat.
Okay, so event 3 is done. The men just started event 4. Actually, they didn't just start, it's on the last heat. Top 10 guys are finishing up right now. But I don't even care, cause I just did the handstand obstacle. It's just so hard, and but once I got used to the feeling of it, you can kind of, if you have enough body awareness, you can kind of manipulate it a little bit better. The ramp was very challenging for me, so I decided to switch and do the stairs first. Also hard, but I had a feeling I could get the stairs before I could get the ramp, just because I've done stairs before on just plates. And so that worked. And I got over, and I was so stoked, but I wasn't gonna be happy until I could go both directions, knowing that all the athletes have to go both directions. And then I got over. So basically I can go home now. So they were saying that you guys have the harder job.
I think all the volunteers have tough jobs. I mean,
I think we all equally have tough positions, like if you, for different reasons.
we at least get to see what's happening. Some of them, they don't get to see a single event, and they're here every year. It's the same people.
Do you guys feel a lot of pressure when you're out on the floor?
The first event is
The
scary.
first event is scary. Yeah. After that,
You're good.
you're good to go.
Then you stop thinking of them as people, they're just joints.
Okay, I want to know why you guys volunteer to do this.
The biggest reason?
Yeah.
Family. And we support each other too, so it's not just here as family, it's family all year round as well. Yeah.
What do you feel like you're getting out of it, other than seeing each other?
An exhausting good time.
So it's fun too.
I have not stopped laughing. In every single event, I have not stopped laughing.
And I think it's fun too, because it's like you have two communities. Like I have my community at my home box that I know, but then you also get to be a part of like the bigger CrossFit community, which is, it's a different and fun experience. And so I think the same way I keep going back to my gym, I'm gonna keep coming back to this, because you don't want to leave your family.
Day 2 is done. Last event, very exciting, as it always is. At the end of day 2, leaderboard standing is Noah is in first, which is not that surprising, and then Alec and Ben Smith are in 5th and 6th respectively. I'm hoping by the end of tomorrow, Noah, Alec, and Ben all can qualify. I think that would be a really fun podium. I'm a little bit nervous for Ben Smith, but I think he can pull through. And then for the women, Emily Bridgers started the day in the top 20, but not the top 10. But then she set 2 event records back to back like a crazy woman, and now she is in 2nd place. But the woman that's in 1st place, Cassidy Lance McWhirter, I think is her name, she's an amazing athlete. I had not heard her name before. Maybe that's just me not paying much attention, but she's an amazing athlete. She is killing every single workout. She definitely deserves that 1st place spot. So yeah. Now we're at the end of day 2. And I mean, you guys heard it from the judges and the volunteers themselves, why they're here, why they put in all this time and effort so selflessly. But I really think that we should not forget about them, because I think they are all the unsung heroes of this weekend. They work so hard, and they're only here because they love it. It's amazing that so many of them come together to really make sure that this weekend is a good weekend for athletes, coaches, spectators, HQ, you know, everybody. So I think it's very cool. But that's the end of day 2. So very interested to see what day 3 brings.